This is a Headlines Today exclusive. The BJP's big ticket announcement as per sources. BJP has almost finalized seats for its heavyweights despite a split over the Varanasi and Lucknow seats. Narendra Modi is almost certain to contest from Varanasi. Rajnath Singh will be fielded from Lucknow and Arun Jaitley will be in the fray from Amritsar and Murli Manohar Joshi will be shifted to Kanpur. Well, I am joined on this special broadcast at 2 p.m. I have with me in the studio National Affairs Editor Javed Ansari. I'm also joined by our correspondent Aditi Anantanarayanan reporting from the capital. I'm also joined by Rohit Singh. Javed, I'd like to come to you first. Varanasi has been the big bone of contention. There seems to be peace being brokered. What actually has gone down?
Well, what has happened is that behind the scenes, senior BJP leaders as also senior functionaries of the RSS have worked hard to try and prevail upon veteran Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi to vacate that seat for Mr. Narendra Modi. They believe that this transition has to be seamless. Mr. Joshi appeared to have been digging in his heels earlier, but now word coming out of the BJP camp is that the patriarch from Allahabad has finally seen the writing on the wall and has agreed to shift. They've offered him Kanpur instead, and hopefully this transition will be seamless, and Mr. Modi's name, we are told, will be announced in an hour from now.
Right, I'd like to go across to Aditi Anantanarayanan, who's joining me from the BJP headquarters where that crucial CEC meeting is underway. Aditi, Joshi's insistence on that particular seat has not gone down well, particularly with the party rank and file. What are you picking up from your sources?
Absolutely, Ruchika. The fact is that there's so much of delay, and the fact that the party did not mention it to Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi directly. In fact, whatever he was getting to know through the media reports and through the press reports. And that is what hasn't gone down very well with the party. In fact, sources from the RSS also told us that even RSS did not like this sort of behavior being meted out to the veteran leader. In fact, they were of the opinion that the BJP should have made it clear to Murli Manohar Joshi way back before him getting to know about this, about changing his seats and vacating his seats off Varanasi and moving on to Kanpur through the media reports. In fact, that is what, even in Kanpur at this point of time, Rishika, the people are open to the fact that Murli Manohar Joshi might be contesting from that seat. In fact, even in Varanasi, there is a lot of speculation, there's a lot of restlessness amongst the party cadre because everybody is very unsure as to who their leader will be from the particular constituency. But now the sources are coming out strongly, the reports are coming out strongly that now it has been decided that Narendra Modi will be contesting elections in UP from Varanasi constituency.
Right, Aditi, hold that thought.
Make way.
Hold that thought. I'm also being joined by a veteran journalist from Lucknow, Sharad Pradhan. So I'd like to come to you and ask you, with all this bickering out in the public, Modi, there is definitely that Modi wave that the BJP is banking on, but all this bickering has not shown BJP in very positive light.
I mean, that's very true, no, but I don't think this is something which was unexpected, because knowing the way politicians, irrespective of parties, hanker after power, even after they have lived played their innings, they have lived, I mean, for an 80+ person, it's high time politicians of this country realize that they have played their innings and it is time for them to hand over gracefully to somebody who has better potential and who is capable of doing things. It's just craving for sticking on to their old seats is really crazy. But that's why I said it was not something which is unexpected. And what Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi has been doing, Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi belongs to Allahabad. I don't know why he keeps shifting his seat. If he had actually done lots of work in Allahabad, there was no reason for him to shift. He has been a professor of physics in the Allahabad University. He is expected to be more mature than other he's not been a raw political leader. It was time for him to have gracefully handed it over to Modi, someone on whom the party is banking for its entire pan-India profile.
But Sharad Pradhan, you say that they're banking on a pan-India profile. But if we just look at the crucial state of Uttar Pradesh, those crucial 80 seats in the Lok Sabha elections, they are banking on the Modi wave. What is the significance of Narendra Modi contesting from Varanasi?
Well, I from what I know, it was 6 months back or 7 months back, Modi had initially expressed his desire to contest from Lucknow. And there was a very valid reason for that for a BJP leader. Because Lucknow had been the BJP Prime Minister's constituency, who had won 5 elections from here, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And subsequently, when he, for health reasons, when he decided not to contest the last election, he brought in his close disciple, Lalji Tandon, who is also 80 plus today. You know, now it was all set. Modi's team personal team had come here to recce Lucknow, and he was convinced that Lucknow he could win hands down. But Mr. Rajnath Singh, who, from what I understand, it is his preference for Lucknow because he again was scared of contesting from the NCR region, which is Ghaziabad. Now you know, Mr. Rajnath Singh has a history of never contesting from the same place again. So he didn't want to contest from this time. There was more reason for him not to contest from Ghaziabad because he was scared that the Aam Aadmi Party would field somebody and he would, you know, for a BJP president to be losing would be a matter of great shame. So he chose Lucknow, which was the safest BJP seat. And I am told that he convinced Mr. Narendra Modi by putting up a very interesting story that if Mr. Modi contested from here, there was a likelihood of Muslim polarization against him, and Muslim vote being 25 to 30% in Lucknow, it would be, it would pose a threat to him. So he said, instead of you taking the risk, let me take the risk. So he posed himself as a martyr, some kind of a potential martyr.
Mr. Pradhan,
while he knew full well that Lucknow was a very safe seat for him.
Mr.
And
Pradhan,
this is what has created all the trouble. If Mr. Modi, please let me complete, sir. Please let me complete. If Mr. Modi had contested from Lucknow, which was his first choice, the matter would have ended. And I fail to understand why these leaders want to just shift simply because they have not done anything. And for their, it's high time they realize all this. All this trouble would not have arisen if Modi had contested from Lucknow, and they would have remained in their respective places, the others. And Mr. Lalji Tandon had said 6 months ago that he would be
hold that thought. Our National Affairs Editor has a question for you. Go ahead.
Sharad, you were talking of a minority vote, and one of the reasons why he opted out of Lucknow was because there's a substantive vote. But that's also true of Varanasi. He was
persuaded to opt out.
That's also true of Varanasi. So what is your assessment? You are the UP experts. What is your assessment? Is this going to be a cakewalk, or do you think the opposition will be able to make a fight out of it in Varanasi? Sorry.
No, I don't think it will be. In fact, Lucknow has been the safest seat for BJP, and even a Modi would have won conveniently from here, which I think he wouldn't face much of an opposition in Allahabad or in Varanasi as well, despite polarization of Muslims. But in Lucknow, there was a better chance because Lucknow, there was a less chance of so much opposition because Lucknow has a substantial Shia population. And Shia, a percentage of the Shias, a strong percentage of the Shia have been traditionally voting for the BJP. You'll find BJP activists from among Shias, which is not the case in Varanasi. Varanasi, there are more chances of polarization. That's what I'm trying to emphasize, that had it not been for Mr. Rajnath Singh's preference for Lucknow because of his own interest, this problem would have arisen. And for Mr. Modi, Lucknow would have any day been a safer seat than Varanasi.
Right, Sharad Pradhan, there's absolutely no doubting the fact that even the Varanasi seat is an interesting combination of the caste factor, the OBC factor, and of course that big Hindutva support base. But I'd like to go across to my correspondent Rohit Singh, who is standing by at Varanasi. Rohit, what is the mood on the ground? We believe you have a lot of supporters with you. What are you picking up? What's the sentiment on the ground in Varanasi?
Well, on the ground, the BJP office in Varanasi was wearing a deserted look, but now as the news is coming from Delhi that Narendra Modi's name has almost been cleared, it's just the announcement that is remaining to be seen. I have with me few party workers who have come to the BJP office. क्या लगता है नरेंद्र मोदी का नाम on टेबल पे तो तय हो गया है, घोषणा बाकी है?
हमारे लिए प्रत्याशी महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, हमारे लिए कमल का फूल और भारतीय जनता पार्टी महत्वपूर्ण है, लेकिन हम ये जरूर चाहते हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी हमारे भारत के प्रधानमंत्री बने।
आपने कोई गाना भी लिखा है?
जी।
2 लाइन सुनाएंगे हमें?
अब की मोदी बनई है सरकार रे, बाकी सब जइए हार रे, बटन कमल का दबे, पोट कमल पर पड़े, है समय की पुकार रे, बने बीजेपी सरकार रे.
That's the enthusiasm in the BJP workers. They are just waiting with bated breath that the announcement should be done maybe late afternoon or today evening, and then the celebration will start at the Varanasi office of BJP. Back to you, Rishika.
Well, absolutely. The mood there in Varanasi seems very cheerful at the BJP office. Javed Ansari, I'd like to come to you. Modi's candidature from Varanasi is not been an easy battle. Every political leader will demand their share of political flesh, as we say. What exactly do you think has gone down in the BJP? How has Murli Manohar Joshi been placated?
Look, they've tried to make him see reason. He's a senior leader. Everybody's tried to make him understand that, you know, there is a momentum that is built beyond Mr. Narendra Modi, and if there is an unseemly controversy or a fight over Lucknow, it will reflect very poorly on the party and all the senior leaders combined. Dr. Joshi cannot lay any claims to Varanasi. He's not from Varanasi. This is the first time he's contested from Varanasi. He is in the habit of changing constituencies. So if he could change from Allahabad to Varanasi, they've told him that it's very well if he changes from Varanasi to Kanpur. The BJP helped him win Varanasi. They've promised to help him win Kanpur. He's been given the option of Kanpur. If he doesn't take Kanpur, perhaps he'll be adjusted in the Rajya Sabha. There may be other vacancies in a couple of years from now. I am being told when the vacancy for the president and the vice president comes up, maybe Dr. Joshi will be considered, but all that is in the realm of possibility in the future. For now, he's been told that there is this momentum, and he shouldn't be seen as playing spoilsport.
Right, Sharad Pradhan, I'd like to come to you at this point in time. The BJP is clearly banking on a ripple effect in Varanasi. They're hoping that eastern UP and even perhaps parts of western Bihar will be influenced by Narendra Modi's candidature.
I think that is one of the reasons why, you know, UP was chosen, because UP and particularly Lucknow was chosen initially because it has that, you know, he could have given that North India, representative of North India, something which he requires, because he has been often dismissed as a regional leader. In the beginning, they called him somebody whose influence was limited to Gujarat.
Right.
So keen on that, yes, Eastern UP he can exercise. Not only Eastern UP, I'm sure it will have a ripple effect all across UP, irrespective of from where he contests. But Varanasi has been between Lucknow and Varanasi. In fact, even Kanpur was being considered, and that is where he addressed his first rally.
Right.
If you please, and Kanpur is a place which cuts across caste lines. On many occasions, people who have been elected from Kanpur do not have a major caste base. There, even Shri Prakash Jaiswal for that matter. And so, you know, Modi will certainly have this ripple, but what actually Modi is playing on, which he has been systematically doing at all his rallies, he's shunning from touching upon any of the controversial issues.
Right.
Hindutva. You know, because obviously he knows that the typical Hindutva voter is already in his pocket.
Right.
So he has been trying to tap, which is a very, very, very intelligent move for a man of somebody like him who wants to become Prime Minister, to tap that voter who's not the traditional BJP voter, the moderate Hindu, and which he has been able to do quite successfully. And particularly he has been able to, impress upon the youth that here is a man who can do things. And this is what is giving him the edge. It is not
right,
the typical
absolutely.
Hindutva voter who's... So that is what is making all the difference.
Well, definitely Uttar Pradesh is a multi-cornered political battle, and those crucial 80 seats hold the key to corridors of power in New Delhi. I'd like to thank all my guests, Javed Ansari in the studio, Sharad Pradhan from Lucknow, Aditi Anantanarayanan and Rohit Singh. Thank you so much for joining me. That continues to be our top focus story. All eyes on that crucial election committee meeting at the national capital. We will keep tracking that story.